Hello, my beautiful people. I welcome you back to my channel once again. This is another edition of the report on the performance of our loan players. Today is Monday, and as usual, I am here to present that report to you. A lot of our players are on break, their leagues have ended, and so this report will be short. But then, before I get to that report, I want to bring you some updates in the footballing world, some news coming from the footballing world. I want to bring that to you very quickly. Now, news coming from the camp of Santiago Bernabeu indicate that King Carlo Ancelotti has agreed to join the Brazilian national team, and so that means he will be appointed the Brazilian national team coach just at the end of this season. Now he will be in charge of that team going into the 2026 World Cup. Xavi Alonso is expected to take over the reins at Santiago Bernabeu. He has already announced he will be leaving his role at Bayer Leverkusen. That was, I think, on Friday. So at the end of the season, Xavi Alonso will be leaving his role at Bayer for Leverkusen. Alonso is expected to be in charge of the White Angels for the Club World Cup. That is Real Madrid. That could mean that he will be the manager who will be taking them to the Club World Cup in June. Now, from the camp of Chelsea, I want to also bring you some news from the camp of Chelsea. Now, Chelsea is very close to signing one defender. He's called Dean Hodgson. They are close to signing him, and then they are expected to pair this player with Levi Colwill in our defense. Now, they are ready to pay his release clause, which is about 60 million euros. And so that is some news coming from the camp of Chelsea. Then another news also coming indicate that there are identity concerns from the camp of Chelsea, from the Chelsea hierarchy, and Chelsea will consider parting ways with our manager Enzo Maresca should he fail to qualify for the Champions League this season. There are serious identity concerns. So he has to win the final 2 games of the season to give him a chance over here. Now, talking about a defender, I want to see your thought in the comment section about this defender, Dean Hodgson, being signed. If this guy is signed, what happens to our own Trevor Chalobah? I think that Trevor Chalobah has been of good service to us, and I think we have to give him a chance to thrive at Stamford Bridge. So I don't know what will actually happen to him. I want to see your thought in the comment section. Then also, Nicholas Jackson. There are rumors coming from the camp of Chelsea that Nicholas Jackson's future is up in the air after his red card against Newcastle yesterday. I think that there are people at the club who are not happy with his attitude, and so he might consider leaving the club at the end of the season. We also have another news coming from the camp of Chelsea. It is about Jadon Sancho. Sometime during the season, we heard that Chelsea will be prepared to let go of Jadon Sancho. Let's remember that. Let me remind you that Chelsea has an obligation to buy this guy, and so if Chelsea are not going to sign Jadon Sancho, it means that we will have to pay about 6 million euros to let him go back to Manchester United. So that is some news coming from the camp of Chelsea. Quickly, I want to go on to the report on the performance of our loan players. João Felix is the first on my list, and as usual, we all know he is at AC Milan. They played on Friday, the 9th of May, and they won against Bologna. This time round, he played the full 90 minutes, and I must say that since his move to AC Milan, this is only the 3rd time that he's played 90 minutes in a match. So this time around, he played a full 90 minutes, had 40 touches in that match, and pass accuracy was 76%. He made one key pass in that game and completed 6 of the 12 ground duels that he attempted in that match. Then we also have Renato Vega, who is also in the Italian Serie A. He is at Juventus, and Juventus drew their second match on the spin against Lazio 1-1. Now, in that match, Juve received a red card in the 60th minute, and they have to play with 10 men against 11 of Lazio. Now, that was Kalulu, and he was given a straight red for violent conduct. I must say that Renato Vega played a full 90 minutes in that match, had 43 touches, and pass accuracy was 88%. His match rating was 7.2, and he had one shot off target in that match. For Axel Disasi, he is at Aston Villa. Aston Villa has been doing very well this time around. They are putting a lot of pressure on Chelsea for the top 5 places, Champions League places. They won their match against Bournemouth the other day. That was Saturday, the 10th of May. They won their match by 1-0. And I must tell you that Disasi was on the bench. He was an unused sub in that match. For Kane Chukwuemeka, he is also at Borussia Dortmund, and they won their match against Bayer 04 Leverkusen. That is Xabi Alonso's team. They won by 4-2. Kane Chukwuemeka was on the bench. He was an USAP in that match. Ben Chilwell is at Crystal Palace, and they played against Tottenham. They won that match by 2-0 against Tottenham, and Ben Chilwell saw some minutes this time round. In their last match, he was on the bench. He was an unused sub. This time round, he played 29 minutes of the match, contributed one key pass, and they also created one very big chance in that game. His pass accuracy was 80% and had a match rating of 7.2. He played 29 minutes as indicated earlier. So that is Ben Chilwell over there, seeing some minutes this time round. Then straightforward, we have Leslie Ugochukwu. He is at Southampton. Southampton has already been confirmed to be relegated. They drew their match against Manchester City, and that was the most surprising result for me during the weekend. They drew by 0-0 against Manchester City. In fact, they played very well, but then Leslie Ugochukwu played only the first half of that match. He had 11 touches and his pass accuracy was 78%. Match rating was 6.4, and completed only one of the 6 grand duels that he attempted in that match. For Alfie Gilchrist, I told you they are playing a 2-legged match against Bristol City Championship playoff. They won their match. Sheffield United won their match by 3-0 against Bristol City, away to Bristol. 3-0. So they have 1 foot in the finals. So that is Alfie Gilchrist. But then he was on the bench. He was an unused sub in that match. Alfie Gilchrist for you. Andrey Santos, they've been doing well, but then this time round, they've tasted the loss. They've lost against Angers by 2-1. In their last match, it was against PSG, and they defeated PSG. But this time round, Angers defeated them at home by 2-1. Santos played the full 90 minutes once again in that match, and had a whooping 117 touches in that match. That is the most he's got since he's moved to Strasbourg. 117 touches. His pass accuracy was 95%. In fact, he completed 93 of the 98 passes that he attempted in that match. So 95% pass accuracy. His match rating was 7.8, and then he also contributed one key pass in that match. Completed 4 of the 6 grand duels that he attempted, and 3 of the 4 aerial duels that he attempted were also completed. He had 4 shots off target in that match. 4 shots off target. That is very good for Andrey Santos. I will be looking forward to seeing him at Stamford Bridge. Georgi Petrovic, he is also at Strasbourg, and as indicated earlier, they lost their match against Angers, but then he played a full 90 minutes once again. He completed 1 grand duel of the one that he attempted, and had 31 touches in the match. But then one good thing about Georgi Petrovic this time round is he had 100% pass accuracy. 27 passes that he attempted, he was able to complete all of them. 27 out of 27. He had 0 saves though in that match, and His match rating was 6.5. So they lost their match this time round. Now the next person is Raheem Sterling. He is at Arsenal. Arsenal played two matches over the week. The first one against PSG, they lost that one by 2 goals to 1. And then the second one was against Liverpool yesterday, and they drew that match by 2 goals to 2. In fact, they were down by 2 goals to 0, but then they were able to come back in the second half to put up a performance that gave them a point from that match. I told you Arsenal has not yet nailed down a Champions League spot, and so they did everything possible to get something from that match. 2-2. Raheem Sterling was on the bench in both matches. He didn't taste a single minute in both matches. Armando Broja is at Everton. Everton all of a sudden has been putting on heroic performances. They drew the last time by 2-2 against Ipswich. Then this time round, they defeated Fulham by 3 goals to 1. But then Armando Broja was not used. He was on the bench. He wasn't used. In fact, Beto is performing very well this time round, so he's not giving chance to Armando Broja. Then Kepa Arrizabalaga, he is at Bournemouth. They played against Aston Villa and on Saturday, and then they lost the match. As indicated, they lost the match by 1 goal to 0. Kepa again played a full 90 minutes and prevented 0.33 goals this time round. I told you he's been preventing a lot of goals, but then this time round there was some reduction in his prevention, 0.33, but that is still positive. Now, he completed 5 of the 6 long balls that he attempted in that match, and his pass accuracy was 96%. He made 2 saves and also 1 clearance, match rating 7.5. So that is Kepa Arrizabalaga. Mike Pendes is at Genk. They lost. This is the 3rd match in a row that they've lost. They lost to Club Brugge by 2 goals to 0. Now that is they lost at home to Club Brugge by 2 goals to 0. He played a full 90 minutes and his pass accuracy was 66%. He made 1 save and completed 1 aerial duel of the one that he attempted. Then also he played 21 long balls and completed 7 of them. His long balls found his teammate only 7 times. Then his match rating was 6.3 actually. All right, so that is Mike Pendes. Then we go straight forward to ESTEVAO Willian, our darling boy, our golden boy. He played 2 matches again over the week, and they won both of them. Palmeiras won both of them. The first one was against Cerro Porteño. They won by 2 goals to 0. ESTEVAO scored a goal in that match. His match rating was 7.8 and completed 19 of the 30 passes that he actually attempted in that match. He played 83 minutes. 83 minutes he played in that match and had 58 touches. He also completed 7 of the 14 ground duels that he attempted in the match. Then yesterday they played against Sao Paulo. They won again by 1 goal to 0. This time round he played 79 minutes, had 52 touches, 1 key pass he contributed, and completed 5 of the 11 ground duels that he attempted in the match. His pass accuracy was 86%. Then we usually end on Caleb Willie, but Watford has ended their season, and so it means that there will be nothing to report on Caleb Willie today. And so that brings us to the end of this report. Thank you very much. If you are still here with me and you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. This is the Boss Time Sports and Shows channel. We do football here every now and then. Although the focus is on Chelsea, we do a lot of other clubs over here. We do Real Madrid, we do Barcelona, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City. We do everything here, and we also give you news updates over here. We do the previews, we do the reviews, we do the analysis, and then also give you this loan report. So please subscribe to the channel. Don't hesitate at all. Smack a like button. Smacking the like button will not cost you anything. Meanwhile, it will go a very long way to push this channel forward. So please subscribe for me, smack that like button for me. Till I see you next time. This time round, Chelsea will be playing their Premier League match on Friday. So probably by Wednesday, I should come with the preview of that match. So hit the notification bell. So when that preview come, you will be among the first to get it. Thank you very much. See you then, and as you go to bed, say a prayer for Chelsea. Bye for now.